There are too many individuals who are going through life failing, giving up, starting things, and never finishing what they started. I'm Tyrone Bowman. This is Tyrone Bowman Tonight. Let's have a straight talk conversation here. It's just this simple. I have analyzed the habits and the ways of thousands of people. And I probably have spoken to even more during my lifetime. And the one thing I have found out is that most individuals, they talk about wanting to be somebody, but you know what? They don't accomplish it. And I'll tell you the reason why. You are allowing your past to enslave you in your mind. In your mind, you see failure. In your mind, you see lack. In your mind, you are your own warden, your own CO. You are imprisoned within your mind. And because you are enslaved within your mind, you begin to hate everything, everyone, and everybody. And in some instances, you're extremely jealous of others. Why? Because they have what you consider to be material success. If you measure success in material things only, you are a very shallow and weak person. Even the richest person in the world will sit down and tell you, now that they have things, things don't mean anything if there is no peace of mind. Peace of mind is more important than having all the money in this world. There are millions of people who have jobs, making all kinds of money. And you know what? At the end of the day, when they go home, they have no peace of mind. You can be what you want to be. You can do what you want to do, and you can have what you want to have if you make up in your mind that you're going to be it. Stop allowing your past to enslave you. Society is quick to label people all the time. They will give you a label and attach it to you. And then you become stigmatized to that label. Just like oftentimes in life, society has its own blueprint that they have manufactured. And they say you have to follow this blueprint or else you can't succeed. That's a lie. How about utilizing the gifts and talents, abilities that are God-given that you have within you? Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop looking at all the faults and the failures and mishaps that every human being has. There is no person in this world who hasn't said or done stupid things. There's no person in this world who has not failed and failed miserably before they succeeded. The misconception is this. A lot of people read so-called inspirational, motivational, glossed over, telling a wonderful story about how they achieved the American dream. But you know what they negate to tell you? All the hell that they went through. All the pain and suffrage that they had to encounter and endure. All the times that they failed before they succeeded. How many setbacks they had. How many sleepless nights they incurred. How many times somebody said no before they got a yes. That's what makes a compelling story believable. Not some book written by a ghostwriter and attach the author's name to it. A lot of people who go to college, they have what's called Cliff Notes. You know what they are? Those are cheaters' notes. They pay someone to sit in the classroom for them, and they do the work for them. Some of America's most successful people don't know anything about what they're talking about. It's obvious many times when they stand before a camera. And you wonder, is this the great so-and-so who can barely articulate the thoughts of his mind? But in this life, if you want to succeed, you better stop allowing yourself to constantly dwell on failure, defeat, faithlessness, worry, stress, disparity. There are a lot of hypochondriacs in this world. You want there to be something wrong with you, and that is your crutch. That's what you use to lean on, being a hypochondriac. A hypochondriac is a person who just makes stuff up and believes that it exists, and it does in their own mind. What you believe in your mind will ultimately affect everything that you do. If I wanted to, I could come before this camera, I could moan and groan and wail and cry and talk about all the terrible things that have happened in my life. Or I could talk about all the things that's going on right now all around me. But you know what? I refuse to surrender, and I refuse to quit. I face all the trials and tests that each and every one of you face on a daily basis. The difference is, I am not going to allow society or the propagandists or the news cycle or the so-called pundits. I don't give a damn about either party being in power. What I care about is doing what is right. Money is green. You all need to look at my 3-part series. America runs on money. And if you think America does not run on money, you have fooled yourself. You can succeed. You can prosper. And in biblical terms, you can be blessed. For those of you who keep thinking that you're just going to be blessed by giving your tithes and offerings, that's a lie. Yes, I said it. That's a lie. You do not become wealthy just from giving tithes and offerings. You better learn how to invest, learn how to utilize the talents and gifts and abilities that you have. Stop looking for something for nothing. Stop wishfully thinking that everything is going to magically work out right. You will face more opposition, more setbacks, more failures, more heartache and pain than you could ever imagine. But that comes as a test to see if you really want to succeed as a broadcaster, as a commentator, as a digital creator. You know what I'm determined to do? Inspire and motivate people. There's no book that says I have to do it their way. My type of inspiration and motivation is up in your face, bold, uncompromising, straight up, without a chaser. Those of you in the hood, you know what that means, because I ain't playing no games here. You can sit back and you can allow gentrification to rule your mind and always complain. I told somebody one time, I don't care how many houses they build. I don't care what the price is. I will own several of them. Doesn't matter with me, because it's made up in my mind to succeed. And it better be made up in yours. Yes, I'm looking at you, whoever you are, and I'm pointing at you. Stop being lazy. Stop the whining. Stop the moaning. Stop the groaning. Stop the complaining. Stop utilizing everything negative that happened in your life as a crutch not to succeed. Get yourself together and start being who you were divinely created to be. And start realizing that health, success, prosperity, love, joy, and money in this life, it is yours. Never surrender. Never quit.